What if Star Wars was a TV show? Hello everyone, I'm Keith, let's talk some Star Wars, and without bold claims, just get right into it, and I'm going to explain how Star Wars could be a TV show in an alternate reality somewhere. So first off, let's just take a look back to history. So, Star Wars was made in 1977. Now, the technology to make a TV show in the same form as the Star Wars movies are could work, because with practical effects, there was no real CGI involved. So I could see it happening that there could be a TV show around the original Star Wars trilogy. Now the way that will work, that'll be 4 seasons, 4 to 5. You see where I'm gonna get, but 4. Let's say 4. So the first season would be the original A New Hope, being that first they're on Tatooine, the whole beginning part. Then you see the main point will be Luke on Tatooine showing his life. Now, a lot of things will be exaggerated, a lot of things will be shown, because since it's a TV show, you need to have 25, normal season will be 25 episodes of 22-minute episodes. That's, well, basically be half seasons will be one thing, half season will be the other thing, but for the first season, the first part will be Luke on Tatooine. Then when his family dies, they'll go to Han, and I'll start off the second part of the first season. And then the last episode will be the blowing up of the Death Star, which then the second season will start with probably them evacuating Yavin 4 into Hoth, which then you'll see more of Hoth, or it could start off just in Hoth, same way Empire Strikes Back did, where Luke just gets mauled by a Yeti. But then we will see Hoth in more of his form, showing missions with Han and Luke and Chewbacca and everyone, and the middle part would be the kind of transition, would be the Battle of Hoth, which then now will take place, where then the second part will be the rest of Empire Strikes Back, all in a nutshell, where the third season, which would be very, very different from the rest of the continuous of the original trilogy, because it'll be kind of the part where there'll be guest stars on the show, it'll just be them being on a ship. There'll also be a side plot with Lando and Chewie trying to save Han on Tatooine, which it would be Star Trek then, but Luke will be there and he'll go to Dagobah to kind of continue training with Yoda at some points. There'll be other threats in the galaxy that they have to face off besides the Empire in this season. It'll be really unique. Also side stories that could be really crazy, so that'll be a unique season. The final episode for that season could be the beginning of Return of the Jedi, where you have the rescue group for Han, and they blow up and kill Jabba the Hutt. Which then, the beginning of the fourth season it'll still be similar to Star Trek, both Han in it, trying to find out where the Death Star 2 is, because they found out plans for that. They just don't know where it is until they eventually do. Which in the second part of the fourth season would be them on Endor, and then the rest of the movie taking place. Now, there could be a fifth season. The fifth season could be an epilogue, which we've kind of seen in Star Wars Battlefront 2 in the campaign mode, where you see different characters doing different things, it's basically the epilogue. Doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like a movie itself, so I don't count it, but as a season, just as a couple episodes, it could be kind of good. And also with the whole, they can make the campaign mode of Battlefront 2 into the fifth season in this alternate reality, where you could just do the select few stories of what happens to these characters, a couple months after Return of the Jedi. I think that could be cool. So, yeah, that's basically the original trilogy in a nutshell of if it was a TV show. That's how I would think it would go. Now with the prequels, it'll basically be the same thing as the Clone Wars. Alright, the prequels basically are the Clone Wars. That's what people think the prequels. I would assume, besides the movies, it'll be a TV show. It's been so influential, and I believe the same thing as well. I would probably, to be safe, it would probably be animated, because if it was animated, it would be cheaper to make, and also, every episode's all, excitement and lightsabers and space battles, and it'll be very costly to make in live action, so I think animated form will be kind of better. But what do you guys think? I think that's kind of a debate. But also, I would start off by making it linear, meaning episodes are episodically, not just one season one point, another season's the other point. In the Clone Wars, it'll be linear. The Clone Wars is 7 seasons. The first 3 seasons will be year 1 of the Clone Wars. Seasons 4 and 5 will be the second year of the Clone Wars, and seasons 6 and 7 will be the final, which the last few episodes will be Revenge of the Sith, the events of that. And the beginning of season 1 will be the events of Attack of the Clones. Now that is a Clone Wars series, all nicely wrapped up together. The sequel trilogy, which a lot of people may be skeptical about, but I think the sequel trilogy, if you look in my last video, can help these characters, help the story, because in a movie it's so much difficult to tell a story, or kind of tell a story over a long period of time when you're doing 3 movies. If you do a TV show, it's easier to kind of demonstrate that. You can take a step back and do episodes based off of that. But it will be more similar to the original trilogy, because Disney loves to hit you with nostalgic feels. So it'll be more like the original trilogy, where you may be on a ship, you may be sitting in one spot for a long time. Like, you're probably going to be on Dakar, the Resistance space. Hopefully I said that name right, for a long period of time, because in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, they're takes place in a couple days, but you would have to extend that. So it would basically have it'll be shorter, it'll be a lot less episodes than 25 episodes, I feel like, because it would be on Disney's streaming service, of course it would be, and it would be a lot less episodes. They would be really high budget, because it's Disney, they can put money into this. They spent $4 billion, I believe, into this, so it should be, high budgeted. And the first season would be the events of The Force Awakens, and the first beginning episodes, and the rest of the season would be them on Dakar, them fighting in the First Order or whatever, I don't know. We'll see more of Han and Leia and stuff like that. So, and also, the last few episodes of this season 1 would be the destruction of Starkiller Base, and Rey going to Luke. Then the second season would be the events of The Last Jedi, off, but kind of more stretched out. Where the first half, it would be Rey training, Rey being trained by Luke, then all the events on Crate, then the second part of it will be them going to Ahch-To, where Luke hasn't died, because if I made season 2, I wouldn't want to have, Luke die off halfway through the season. I would make him die off at the end of season 2, but having Luke kind of being his form, his last Jedi appearance that he was in, as it was in the movie before he died, he would be like that, because he doesn't want to show off his oldness. He doesn't want to show off how old he is. I think that would be an interesting dynamic, and a TV show, because you get to see Luke interact with, Poe, Finn, Leia a lot more, and they're all on Ahch-To where they're hiding out. Because I don't know in the movie if the First Order knows, or if Kylo Ren knows where they are. I mean, in a TV show they could explain that, because again, in movies it's hard to explain over a long period of time. But I think this will be a great idea for a TV show. Season 3 could be whatever, I don't know. The series isn't complete yet. The trilogy yet. So, whatever Season 3 could be, when you actually predict, after Luke dies in the end of Season 2, after he fights Kylo Ren, maybe there'll be a big battle on Ahch-To. They eventually find out there's a big battle on Ahch-To. Ahch-To, they go on the Millennium Falcon, they fly away, and it's them trying to get people to join the Resistance, or groups. That could be what Season 3 is all about, and with other stories. Then Season 4 could be the whole big final event, where they defeat the First Order. That's what I think. That's basically just a summary of it. That's what I think can happen if Star Wars was a TV show. So what do you guys think in the comment section down below? Do you think that would be a good idea if Star Wars was a TV show? Would you have watched it if it was a TV show? Because I know with Star Trek you had, people still watch the original Star Trek, even though it's 50 years old now, I think. But people would still watch the show even if it's not on air or not highly made, and they'll watch all the episodes of each series. I believe it's 5 different Star Trek series, with the Orville, which isn't really Star Trek, it's more of a spin-off. But if Star Wars was like that, where you had 3 different eras of different shows, would you watch them all? Probably. I would imagine so. But do you guys think it would be a good idea if Star Wars was a TV show? Comment down below. I'm gonna go now, so bye.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living